everybody, David from Flash by Vcyclenut on this absolutely glorious Pacific Northwest day. Next configuration up for testing on my 2025 MT07 is that gorgeous piece of hardware there, the Gray's full system with that Horde intake. So don't expect it to be extremely different than the TST intake that I've already fully tested and mapped out, but I want to make sure that I have specific mapping for all the common setups. So this is what I'm doing. So we're going to get the road mapping done, dyno mapping done. We get you some sound clip videos and stuff and post this stuff up.
So this is another great sounding, great running combination of the Gray's full system, which is my hands down favorite, the Horde intake, and then of course my custom mapping to match. Just a great combination, really runs well, sounds well, and really a ton of fun to ride. So let's just go through the dyno run. So here is what my 25 MT07 made, all stock. Almost 70 horsepower, almost 49 pound-feet of torque. And these runs show what my 25 MT07 made stock versus what the only thing changed is my custom mapping. So you get that really amazing power mode 1, which is really aggressive and snappy, really smooth and easy to control power modes 2 and 3, and you get horsepower gains and you get smoothness and you just get more fun. So really, if you're one of those people that likes to leave your bike stock, I still got you covered with a great ECU flash. But that's not why most of you are watching this video. Let's see how the Graves did with the Horde and all that good stuff. And it did pretty damn good, right? So these two runs, the red line is with the Graves full system, stock airbox, and my flash. We can see that brought it up to a little bit over 75 horsepower and almost 53 pound-feet of torque. And by adding the Horde intake, we jumped up another almost 5 horsepower and added a pound-foot of torque. We can see that just like all the other setups, the crossover line here right around 5,700. Below that, we had a little bit of losses with comparing with the stock airbox, but we really have nice gains all the way across the top. As we've demonstrated many times, that stock airbox is a huge restrictor to any top end power. And while it's a pain in the butt to take off the stock airbox, it's well worth it if you're really chasing any kind of horsepower with it. Really makes the bike feel really good. And like I said, the Horde intake, I really enjoyed the noise from it. Increases the intake sound a little bit. And I really do like the sound of the CP2 motor. It just sounds great and a lot of fun once we get it opened up. Difference from stock. It's pretty crazy. Let's take a look at where we were stock to where we are now. So again, red line is my 25 MT07 all stock, and the blue line is where it is now with over a 10 horsepower increase and 5 pound-feet of torque. Area under the curve from everywhere is better. It's just so much nicer to ride and so much more fun. This 8 to 10.5 area is just a hoot. So really no comparison, right? Which is like 18% gains or something like that in the peak power. So the other thing that most people would be curious about if you're watching this is how does the Horde intake compare to the TST intake on this setup? So let's take a look. And as always, my runs are labeled. So blue run is with the TST intake, and the red run is with the Horde intake. For some reason, that always tickles my fancy. The red run. So you can see you know, below 7800, not really much between them. The Horde tends to make a little bit of power more down at the very bottom or in the middle. And then the TST intake gives a much more conventional shape without that weird kind of dip that the Horde always seems to have. And we end up, it's showing more than almost 2 horsepower at peak comparatively, but it's only this area right in here. If it was me, I'd still probably go with the TST intake, just because I like that extra higher number. And who doesn't like bench racing and saying I got over 81 horsepower as opposed to 70, almost 80 horsepower, right? So it is what it is. Either one of these setups, you're not going to be sorry if you get the Horde intake. They can be hard to get. You do have to email them. They're no longer on the site. Kind of a pain in the rump. I'm not sure how TST is doing keeping these in stock. They're good guys over there. Have really knocked it out of the park with their intake also. So yeah, I'll keep doing the development. I'm gonna put the stock airbox. I got some requests to do map out some exhaust with the stock airbox. So for now, I'm gonna throw the stock intake back on it. That will be fun today. And then I have a few exhausts lined up to get some mapping done. Once I get them mapped out with the stock airbox, I'll go back to testing these 2 different intakes on all the different exhausts. Also have a new beast coming into the garage today, which will be a direct competitor to the MT07, and that's that new 2025 Honda Hornet that is also a parallel twin. So really looking forward to how that compares to both the GSX-8 that I really did a lot of mapping out on a couple years back, and compared to this MT07. So remember to hit that subscribe and like button for more motorcycle related content, and head on over to Vcyclenut.com for the very best in ECU flashing and performance parts. Peace, people. Really appreciate y'all. Take care.